short while ago, I had a disagreement with a very skilled copywriter, somebody who's written sales promotions, direct response sales promotions that have generated millions of dollars and millions of pounds in sales. This little disagreement was had over Twitter, and it was to do with headlines. This writer was complaining that headlines today are too formulaic and that there is no real thought or creativity that goes into them. And, I can kind of understand that because he does have a point there. Too many people nowadays are too dependent upon templates. However, the disagreement went a little further, and it was, myself and another guy were then talking about how sometimes a very formulaic, very direct approach to your headlines is necessary, and how that is what is actually going to get people's attentions, click-throughs, and all of this. And there's an argument for both sides of this. Neither one of us is right, neither one of us is wrong. It depends on the situation. And that situation, what it all comes down to in the end is intent. And it's something that is called push versus pull headlines. The very short version of this is pull headlines aim to serve the customer, the reader, the searcher, the kind of term that they are already searching for. These people are actively looking for something. So a pull headline simply pops that in front of them to pull them in. They are actively looking for this. So you just need to present them with a potential solution, and it should get the click. A push headline is a much more difficult thing, and it's what a lot of the ads that you will see on places like Facebook and on certain sites, which we'll go through shortly, are aimed to do. They are not there to pull in your attention. Your intent is often not to search or to find a particular solution. These push headlines are there to grab your attention. They're there to stand out off the page and disrupt whatever it is you're doing. They are there to sort of pull your attention away from what it is focused on and onto what it is they want you to look at. Here's a couple of examples. Back to the iPad. There we go. So this is again in the downloadables for all of these videos. If you sign up to the email list, there'll be a link somewhere below or in the video. That will take you to a landing page. Pop your name and email address in there, and you'll get full access to all of these downloadables that from all the videos, all of the annotations, scripts, whatever. So anyway, pull headlines. Pull headlines are aimed at those who know what they're looking for. Aim to serve the user specific search intent back to them to show them you have the solution they're actively looking for. You're pulling someone in who already has an interest in what you offer. So I've got a couple of examples here. Literally, if you go to Google, the search term ads, search ads, are a perfect example of pull headlines. And if you know anything about PPC, and it's been a while since I've done PPC, but back when I was running PPC campaigns for clients, there was a way to improve the relevancy of your ads, which would then decrease costs because Google wants to serve highly relevant ads. It was called single keyword ad groups. So if somebody searches for product A, you literally put the keyword as product A, as an exact match, as a broad match, everything. And then you write the headline as, we have product A. You mirror what it is they're searching for back to them. And here we have perfect examples of that. Let's highlight and let's go for green today. It's my wife's favourite colour. So search term that we've got is best drain unblocker. If somebody has a blocked drain, they're looking for the best drain unblocker. The top one is drain clearance, which is, let's change that to an orange. I mean, it's the same intent, but it's not the same wording. Best drain unblocker. Now, if I'm looking for best drain unblocker, this is exactly the same as what I've searched for. That's going to immediately grab my attention because in my head, I've already made that connection that I'm looking for the best drain unblocker. To serve that back to me in those exact terms, it's going to immediately grab my attention. To deviate slightly from that will put me at a disadvantage compared to somebody who is saying, hey, you want chocolate cake, I have chocolate cake. The guy with the vanilla cake's going, shit, we do cake, it's just not chocolate. So serving them back in the exact terms, drain and blocker. So again, we've got drain and blocker there. It's not the exact best drain and blocker, but it is similar. So you'll see that as well. This is like the search ads. You'll see it in a lot of blog titles for the organic search results. So if you're looking for Top tips for catching frogs. I say that because for some reason Barnabas the frog is on the table. The dog wants to eat him terribly. But then if the organic search result headlines are the top 10 tips for catching frogs, it's going to immediately catch your attention. And I know that this goes slightly against what I was saying about templated headlines. If you haven't watched that video, I'll pop a link somewhere for it. But there is a definite benefit, especially when it comes to intent. Somebody has a high intent and they know what they're searching for, to serving them back the search term in the headline. It's one of the easier ways to stand out. So I'll look at another example of pull headlines. So if I wanted to hire a copywriter, here we go, we'll go green again. Boom, there's your search term. This one. Hire scripted copywriters, they've used their own brand name and they're kind of there. Hire top copywriters from Upwork. I highly doubt it. But these are all matching. So let's put some notes on it. Serve back to the reader. They're actively searching for a red dongle. You say we have red dongles. They're going to immediately think that you are the perfect solution. Deviate slightly and you lose their interest. Like copywriter, fill this role for just $2.99. That seems like it's not. Yeah, copywriters for hire. I mean, they're related, but they're not right. If you were searching, and next time you go into Google, in fact, if you're looking to buy anything now, you're looking for a service or you're looking for a solution, go to Google and search for whatever it is now and see which of the different ads and the different organic results really pop out to you. And if they are the exact same wording, I'd be willing to bet that most of the ones that catch your attention are the exact same wording. That's basically pull headlines. Pull headlines are really simple. You just need to take time to figure out what your audience is actively searching for and serve it back to them. It's as simple as that with pull headlines. If you work with anybody on their search ads, that's what you want to be doing. I wonder, full drainage service. It'd be nice if they actually repeated it in the description as well for these. Drain, best drain and blocker, best drain. So yeah, what I would like to see is also in here. It'd be nice to see that search term reiterated again. So this guy has a little. I'm currently in Coventry, as you can tell. And also this guy's also done it with his display URL, which is cool there. Basically, it's got 3 points there of saying we do this, which is cool. So that's basically that. Hire a copywriter, copywriters, find elite copywriters. Ooh. We actually went with the best content writers. You lost me there. They've changed the search term there. It makes me think that they don't have exactly what I'm after. This is completely bullshit. They've got dynamic text replacement, I reckon, on this. And then this is just a generic thing. But anyway, so that's pull headlines. Really simple. Just serve what people are actively searching for back to them to grab their attention. If somebody is actively asking you for X, give them X. Push headlines are more difficult. They're there to disrupt the reader's thought processes, to grab attention. And you'll see these on Facebook. People's intent on Facebook is not to shop, is not to look for services, it is to check up on their friends, it is to do this, that, the other. Now, of course, you can get very targeted with your ads specifically on Facebook and with other sites like Taboola ads, Outbrain ads, but you still have to understand that people's intent is not to look for your service. They're not actively shopping or looking around for a solution. They're there to read a news article or whatever. So I think the first example here is actually a set of Taboola ads. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so we'll get down to that in a minute. Or SmartFeed, same. They're all the kind of same companies. And these are those awful clickbaity type headlines that you see so often made fun of. But they do a good job of grabbing attention. So this is just on an average article. So what I'm going to say is, let's change this to red. This is just a news story. This is just a news story here. So what they tend to do is intersperse the sponsored. As you can see, it's got, let's highlight actually in green. The sponsored is always done at the bottom. And so what they're doing is they're taking a chance on what the audience who's reading on this website, and obviously this is from their daily site. It's very big on tabloid websites. It's very big on news websites that are offering, what's a nice way to say this? More gossip and celebrity type news. So they're guessing what people who read these sites might be interested in. So they might know that the Daily Star has a readership whose average age is 40 to 55 or something. So what is a 40 to 55 year old going to be wondering about? It's going to be how to retire comfortably. So that, if I'm reading this and that just pops up and I'm thinking about my retirement, I might click on that. It's going to push its way in. The fact that it's next to a very buxom woman, maybe good placement on their part, I don't know. Either way, the eye is drawn down. 4 ways to retire comfortably, obviously for the UK and Northern Ireland. Maybe they think that readers of the Daily Mail need to lose weight. But, they're taking a guess at what the issue these readers are having, and they're trying to write a headline that's going to grab your attention. It doesn't need to be elaborate. It doesn't need to be 10 ways to retire more comfortably. Number 3 will shock you. It doesn't need to be that clickbaity. But if you are wondering about your retirement, that will grab your attention. If you are worrying about your weight, drink-free days can help reduce your calorie intake. It's something that's going to grab your attention. This invention reduces snoring and sleep apnea. Use it at night. You'll notice that they never give away too much. They build a little bit of intrigue. They leave you guessing what that solution might be. Or, in this case, it goes into a little more detail, actually. Drink-free days can help reduce you. So it kind of hints at the solution, but they always leave you wanting more info. So, of course, you're going to click. But they have to push their way in to your attention. Let's look at some others. So this is on Facebook. If you ever are just scrolling through Facebook, and I don't use Facebook personally, I literally use it just for work. If you click on this up here, there'll be, let's draw. There'll be this little, oh my God, I'm such a great artist. There'll be this little thing and it'll say save. If you ever see an ad or a post that really stands out to you as like a good potential ad, just click that save button and it will save it to a saved folder and you'll get a little swipe file on the go. This, obviously, as I work in marketing for a lot of tech companies, my focus is very much on conversion rates. I want to improve conversion rates for my clients because then that reflects well on me. I might get a bonus, I might get more referrals, whatever. This is targeted to people who do what I do. Through Facebook has some great targeting options. And then this is perfectly suited to somebody like me. Multiply your conversion rates 5 times. It pushes its way in. Frustrated with low conversion rates. And then this is more of a traditional little lead. Moving on the table. So yeah, they've got a nice little lead here which goes onto that. And find out how you can increase conversion by 500% and more. From copywriting for conversions to UX design and landing page optimization. Thing is, that's a great little lead. We're not here for lead, but that headline is going to stand out to me. It's different to what my friends would post on Facebook. So it's going to stand out in that sense. It's not a picture of like, two people doing a selfie wherever they're going traveling or any of that bullshit. That's going to stand out. It's going to grab my attention because that's something I want to do. I want to multiply my conversion rates. And then it's done its job of grabbing my attention, and then it goes on to the lead, which is a discussion for another day. But it's pushed its way into my attention. So it's just a very brief my handwriting's statement of the benefit relevant to me, and all it's aiming to do is to get me to stop scrolling, which it's done because I saved this one as an example specifically for this video, as you can see. Oh, and it's from June 5th. Wow, they're still running that as an ad. There's another good point. If you see something that is being run as an ad today and it was created on June 5th and I'm recording this September 17th, there's a high chance, especially a company like Optimizely, that ad works well, very well, because they wouldn't keep paying to run it as an ad if it wasn't. So definitely try and save those ones that do that. I think I've got one more. No. All right, I lied. So that's it, basically. It's a very simple process, but push versus pull headlines. Pull, you just really want to serve back what people are already searching for. Push headlines, are there to try and disrupt the person's current actions. They are there to grab their attention. And the easiest way to do that is to lead with a major benefit in a way that is a little intrigue filled, if you like. So it makes them not only think, wow, I want that benefit, but how do I achieve it? So that's when you get that click through to the next stage, because the aim of these headlines with push headlines is not to, get people to, not to educate them on the whole thing. It's just to grab their attention and make them click through from whatever they're doing over here, because this is where their attention is, to whatever it is you're doing. Simple as that. It is more difficult than it sounds for the push headlines, but a little bit of practice, a little bit of testing, you can get there. Always test, but that's pretty much it. It's a relatively straightforward concept. The only way that you'll really get a handle on it, though, is to go out there and try and pick apart both pull and push headlines. So next time you're going through Facebook, save some ads, scroll through them, try and pick out why they work, why did they grab your attention, and you'll see what it is that makes them work. Until next time.